I just had a couple of more questions, not because we were going to have a question and answer period. We invited some persons, including the bursary, but they turned up in person. But we had some other questions. People were asking how will they get their ID cards. I'd approached the Office of Graduate Studies and Research to ask them about that, and they said that the Registry Information Systems Unit, they gave them a notification that they will send to students about ID cards. RIS is responsible for taking and processing all identification cards. So what they've done in the past is that you had to send them your photo and they would have it done for you, and they would say deliver it to the HRD office, or they would tell you where to come and pick it up, and you could do so. So just keep an eye out for that. As I said, with COVID protocols, the chance is that they will probably want you to drop it off at the well, take it at the university, at the HRD unit's office. I'm in office every other week. Miss Valentine is there every other week. We would put them somewhere where they can be easily found. So once we have them, we would let you know. And the same goes for the health cards. Remember, you have to just tell me for sure you're coming so that we can get the health card for you. What do you do if you want to deregister because you've changed your mind about joining the MSc HRD program? If that is what is happening with you, a student is required to put his or her request in writing to the Assistant Registrar, Office of Graduate Studies and Research, and explain that they want to drop out. Your email would go to postgrad@uemona.edu.jm. That's postgrad@uemona.edu.jm. And if even at this stage you want to defer, then you also need to write to Postgrad and explain that to them. It's the same email address. So you put your request in writing to the Assistant Registrar and send it off there. They will know how to route it through the system. And if you need to go on leave of absence, you're required to download from the website at the Office of Graduate Studies and Research the leave of absence form, and you complete that. And then you're required to submit the form to the head of your department. For us, that is Dr. Orville Taylor, and that person will sign it. Then the form is submitted back to the Office of Graduate Studies for consideration, and then you will be informed in writing whether they've accepted your application or not, because there are deadlines about when you can apply for leave of absence. And if you want to change your program, then you need to advise the Office of Graduate Studies and Research, the same Assistant Registrar. Tell that person in writing that you want to change. You get the support of the program that you're leaving and the support of the program to which you're going, and then they will do the paperwork for you and get you there. So those were the questions that we were asked that the Office of Graduate Studies could answer. So are there any other questions? No?
I have a question.
Okay.
It's not related to bursary, just general. Oh, good night. How would we, or how do we access the platform to which we will have our classes, or is that something that you will relate to us later on?
Well, once you're registered for the course, you are allowed into the course container for that course. So you have to register for HRNM 6101, 6102, and 6201. So right now, those would be the only 3 containers that you could get. So what you do, type OUR, and then capital VL, and you'll see that on the university system, you click that and those 3 course containers will come up for you simply because you have registered for those 3 courses. And then you do which is why it is important that the fees are paid, or that you have some sort of arrangement with the university, because those access to those portals is triggered by you being registered, being properly registered.
Okay, so let me
And
repeat
also,
what I understand that you... Okay,
okay.
go ahead and finish.
No,
Finish
I
in
was
case you're
also
good.
saying that in addition to RVLE, they have Blackboard Collaborate. So your classes will be held, you'll have the course container. So the information for your course outlines, the readings, the PowerPoint slides, all those sorts of things are on RVLE. You can also do things like do discussions. So your lecturer might pose questions and you discuss them on the online notice boards, that sort of thing. And you could get participation points for your class as you're part of your grade. But the lecturer might also choose to do teaching and discussion on a thing called Blackboard Collaborate. It's one of the additions to the RVLE portal. And then you can do breakout rooms, you can do small group meetings, you can do that sort of thing there. So make some sort of arrangement for payment and select your courses, type in RVLE, and it will take, the internet will take you there, or the US intranet will take you there. You enter simply using your ID number and password.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat what I understand that you said.
Certainly.
Having paid whatever fees I need to pay, tuition, miscellaneous, all of that, putting that aside, that is done. On the day of class, September 7th, 6 o'clock, I go on to OURVLE and I will be directed to the link for the class. Pretty much. I was just trying to summarize what I understood.
All right, you go to RVLE and you'll see a welcome message from your lecturer, and your lecturer will tell you when, if am I meeting on Blackboard Collaborate. Is Professor Hutton still here? Professor Hutton actually teaches on RVLE. So Professor Hutton, and you will have him later this year, but Professor Hutton, sorry, can just tell us how he conducts his classes on RVLE and Blackboard Collaborate.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm getting across, or maybe we're miscommunicating.
In how you're
I'm not
getting into it at
necessarily
all.
right. I'm not necessarily asking which of the platforms I'd use. I'm saying, do I go onto that platform on the day of the scheduled class, or
Yes.
okay, and not before then?
You can go before, yes. The fact that you're registered, you have access to the container. So you would go there, you get your
Okay.
course outline, you get your readings, you can download your PowerPoint slides, you can, do all sorts of things there. You can look at the questions posed. You can go before, yes.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to know. Not necessarily how it is done, but the access.
Yes, you can. Once you register, you are free to go.
Okay, so I
assuming
just
that the
Google,
lecturers have uploaded anything there, but the lecturers are in the process of doing that now.
Okay.
Yeah. And OURBLE is really for your course materials. So everything is uploaded. You upload your information for the lecturer too. So if you have your assignments, like those students know, they upload their assignments, the non-proctored tests, all of that is happening. And of course, Blackboard Collaborate now, this is where we have the direct online synchronous teaching and learning. And the choice continues to be between Blackboard Collaborate and Zoom. Not sure exactly. Olivier, we continuing the same way?
The university is becoming very strident in saying that we need to be using RVLE and Blackboard Collaborate. They do not want us to be using Zoom. They don't. They're saying that they really want everybody to be using Blackboard Collaborate and RVLE this semester.
Right. So we have to, so the persons who are new, they would have to go through some orientation to get themselves up to speed. 1 or 2 sessions usually, based on what we know. And a little practice, you'll get a good feel of how to proceed. So it's not difficult at all. I mean, the systems are basically similar in the way they operate. So if you use Zoom, you will use Blackboard Collaborate fairly easily.
Did that settle the question?
It's better than before. I know that, so I would just like how I would go on to say if I'm checking fees, whatever, I could just Google the OURVLE and I
Yes.
would be okay. All right, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else? We have, yes, we do have previous recordings. We've done RVLE training for the HRD students. So we have those recordings. We will make them available on our YouTube channel, HRD TV. We have asked MITS to upload them for us several weeks now, but MITS has promised that it will be done by this week. So you should be able to go on and learn how to use it, or you can actually go to MITS site and use their videos that they have set up to help you learn how to use RVLE and how to use Blackboard Collaborate, how to use Turnitin, how to use anything that the university has. Anything else? The thing is, we'll be here for the rest of the semester. So even if you didn't get everything tonight, feel free to ask us. As I said, we have set up an HRD TV website. It has videos not only for orientation and how to survive in the university, it actually has videos as well that talk about your classes. So things that the lecturers will teach, they may have a little topic that they did a video on and you can look at it. The thing about HRD TV is that it talks about Caribbean material, Jamaican material. Thanks, Mr. Gordon. Thanks a lot. Yes, but it talks about Caribbean materials. We always say it's good to know what's happening in Google and Microsoft, but we want to know what's happening in Grace Kennedy and we want to know what's happening in Juicy Patties. So you try HRD TV. Please go on it, use it. It's a resource that we've been trying to put up for the last 5 years. Right now we have over 100 videos that we've made specially for you guys, talking about a range of topics. So please use HRD TV. Go on and ask questions. Don't just look at the video. Actually, make comments. The lecturers will go on and answer questions. You know, do interact with it. Make it something, because again, you may have a question that somebody else has, and by answering your question, somebody else's question gets answered. So contribute to it. And the other thing that I would say is that if we show up and ask that we can film something that you're in, please let us have the permission, because other people had to give permission for us to film them, for us to have this resource. So, you know, no need to be shy or anything like that. It's a learning environment. So from time to time, we want to film things that we then put on HRD TV. So for example, yesterday we had a really good lecture with an internationally known scholar. We're going to put that on HRD TV. It's something that will enrich you guys. Go on, watch it, interact with it, ask questions. And as I said, when you have something to contribute, please do. It is quite late. It's now 9:30. If we had been sitting in a classroom, we would not have, if we had been sitting in a classroom for this orientation, we would have left over half an hour ago. So if there are no other questions, we can sign off here. The thing is that you know that there will be other days of orientation. The university itself is planning something for the 2nd. The Faculty of Social Sciences, they're planning something for the 4th of September. And we will have the last in our money making or money management series when Michael Roof, who is one of our lecturers, he will do something in making a budget for you. So look forward to that and come to that. And you know, we're trying to build lives. We're trying to do things that will go beyond the 2 years, and we're trying to teach things that go beyond the curricula. So please join us and participate fully. I've been overjoyed at the level of participation that we've had this evening. This is going to be a very good year for you guys, I'm sure. I will do my part to make it so. And I'm really pleased that so many of you came this evening. Well, yes, it was evening. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know if Doreen or Professor Hutton have anything to say.
No, just I think we have time to talk more. I think it's a little late now, so all the best.
Yes.
Call this day one.
Yes, it is day one. And the other thing I like to tell people, it's also day one of your PhD. Don't just think that you're doing a master's.
Take it
Think
in
beyond
pain.
that. Think beyond that. You're also on the path to a PhD and beyond, you know? So yeah, keep that in mind. Somebody said it to you that you have it in you to do a PhD. Doreen? Doreen Valentine is in charge of the PhD, so if you need information on that, you can ask
Hi,
her.
everyone, and welcome again to our MSc HRD program. Just remember, as Miss Olivine Thomas had said earlier, we have an open door policy, and we're very accessible via our emails.
And we're also a lot of fun. We do things. The HRD unit, you have fun. The unit is sort of remote, and the students get close because, for one thing, that you do all your classes together. So you'll do several classes together. You'll get to know each other well. You'll get to know the staff well. So it's a fun program. It is a challenging program. Nobody's going to lie about that. But it is a fun program, and we have a strong alumni, and you'll become a part of that, and you'll get to know those people as well. So, you know, just enjoy the program and enjoy being at the University of the West Indies and enjoy getting to know us. All right. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Walk good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very